What is the value of the expression 4 squared minus 7 times open parenthesis 14 divided by 7 times 2 close parenthesis and all squared? Which option do you think is the correct answer to this question? This expression has tricked 98% of people. Let's go step by step and solve it together. To solve this question, many people first go straight to 4 squared and they simplify this expression to 16 minus 7 multiplied by 14 divided by 7 times 2 inside the parentheses and all the squares. And the next step, they perform the subtraction between 16 and 7 and write this expression as 9 multiplied by 14 divided by 7 times 2 inside the parentheses and all the square. Then they move on to the expression inside the parentheses and start with the division between 14 and 7. So they simplify this expression to 9 multiplied by 2 times 2 inside the parentheses and all the square. Next, they do the multiplication between 2 and 2 and write this expression as 9 multiplied by 4 squared. Finally, they do the exponent and simplify this expression to 9 multiplied by 16, which finally gives them the answer 144. Then, they quickly say that the correct answer to this question is option D. However, that's definitely wrong. Also, some other people when solving this question first go straight to the expression inside the parentheses because they believe parentheses have the highest priority among all the operations. And they start with the multiplication between 7 and 2 because they think multiplication has a higher priority than division. So, they rewrite this expression as 4 squared minus 7 multiplied by 14 divided by 14 inside the parentheses and all the square. And the next step, they perform the division between 14 and 14 and write this expression as 4 squared minus 7 multiplied by 1 squared. Then, they go for the exponents and write this expression as 16 minus 7 multiplied by 1. And the final step, they perform the multiplication between 7 and 1 because they believe multiplication has a higher priority than subtraction. And this expression simplified to 16 minus 7, which ultimately gives them the answer 9. And immediately, they conclude that option C is the correct answer to this question. However, this answer is absolutely wrong. To solve this question, we must carefully follow the PEMDAS rule step by step. And this rule, P stands for parentheses, E stands for exponent, M stands for multiplication, D stands for division, A stands for addition, and S stands for subtraction. We need to perform all the operations exactly in order from top to bottom according to the PEMDAS rule. So, first we go for the expression inside the parentheses because parentheses have the highest priority than the other operations. And inside the parentheses, first we have a division sign and then a multiplication sign. It's very important to note that multiplication and division have exactly the same level of priority. In this situation, we must start from the left and perform these two operations in order. So, first we go for the division between 14 and 7 and write this expression as 4 squared minus 7 multiplied by 2 times 2 inside the parentheses and all the square. And the next step, we perform the multiplication between 2 and 2 and this expression simplifies to 4 squared minus 7 multiplied by 4 squared. Now, it's time for the exponents because after parentheses, exponent has a higher priority than the other operations. So, we write this expression as 16 minus 7 multiplied by 16. And the final step, we perform the multiplication between 7 and 16 because multiplication has a higher priority than subtraction. So, this expression simplifies to 16 minus 112, which finally gives us the answer negative 96. That's great. Option A is the correct answer to this question.